Right, I've been sat staring at this and I've just thought there are a few things what just might look nice. A few little ideas. So one of them, I'm going to come in, this brush is just damp, just a damp brush, flat brush. And what I'm going to do, I'll come in there and just, sorry, I'll bump my head out camera, just take out a little fence. So I'm washing out. There's a that there, that little white line there, I don't know if you can see it, that's supposed to be a light hitting the side of that trunk there. So hopefully that'll not get confused with this. So that's there, let's have another one about there. Usually when you get these fence things, they're all wobbly and they're not dead even anyway, they're not even evenly spaced. Most of the time they've just been banged in, so don't worry too much. So that's that one, it's there, that's there. Let's say another one about there then. That's left me slightly, that one's probably not even going to show, but I'll put it in just there, something like that, and give that a dab there. Then let me just swap my reading glasses. I've got two different strengths of reading glasses. Right, so that's that. That's better, I can see better now. Right, so let's bring that other thing across there and there. There, looking, I don't think that's supposed to be coming closer to me particularly, so I might shorten them back down again. Something like that. What I'll do, I'll go back in to this in a bit, put some dark colours in around it, make it stand out even more. Oh yeah, see that little tree branch in the background there, that little detail? I was worried that might clash, but I don't think it is. I think you can tell that that's a tree branch. There. That one's just disappearing behind the back of that bit of grass there. Niceness, I like that. Right, now then, counter change. There's a thing in Watercolour called counter change. There's a thing in a shop called counter change. That's when you go to shop and you give them a 10 squid note and they give you some change. That's called counter change. But this, oops, I keep headbutting my camera. This is also called counter change. See that? Oh, we've gone from light to dark there. There's a window in there. This might clash with that window. There's not much I can do about it. I'll just have to stick it in and hope for the best. That is clashing with that window. Not to worry. Alright, so let me explain about counter change. So where the light's at the background, this happens in nature, it's silhouettes, that bit. Where the dark's in the background and the sun hits that, it highlights that bit. And this happens in real life, so you get counter change, light there to dark there. It's called counter change. It's not something what only happens in a painting, it does happen. Now, in fact, I'm going to try and darken that, but I think I'll wait until until it's dried, and then perhaps add a bit more in. There, I've got a decision to make now. That one there is just disappearing behind that hill. I've got a decision to make now. Do I keep this dark, or do I counter change again and go back to a light? You know what, I suppose if I do the light and it don't work, I suppose I could always sort of cancel it, couldn't I? So let's have a post about there. If this don't work, I can always colour it back in dark, really, can't I? And I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to stand out enough, to be honest. We'll see. Line right through there like that, up to that hill, and that through there. I think I'll be able to go back in with some shading and make that stand out so it looks good. Right, so that's that for now. Right, thought of another good idea. Right, cloth again, just a damp brush, a little dot there above that chimney. Dab with your cloth. I'll swap brushes in a minute. That'll do for that brush. Let's get a bigger brush. Damp brush still. Can you guess what I'm doing? Bit of smoke coming out of that chimney. So thought it might look nice. Something like that. It's going to get less and less as it comes up here because it's dissipating, or whatever you'd call it. Niceness, I like that. Niceness. Right. Now I need a Burnt Umber and Ultramarine Blue. If you've not watched the other videos leading up to this, I was in my palette, Burnt Umber, light red, ultramarine blue, lemon yellow, that's it. So like that colour there were Burnt Umber and ultramarine blue, but slightly leaning towards the brown. I think maybe this colour might even slightly lean towards the blue. Yeah, let's do that. Right. What I'm going to do now, just try and put in some little light, low lights, should I say. I nearly said highlights in this wall, just some of these little cracks and crevices and stuff. Where these, see that across top of the wall there? Just where, don't try to put every single one in, because I tell you now, it'll look rubbish if you do. So one there, that wall sort of ends about there. I'm sort of looking for where they've sort of fell naturally. Go back here. Trying to get some different things, different shapes and stuff in. Sort of following what's already there, look. Suppose I'm better off going into my lighter areas, aren't I, really? Stand out more. And I think let's leave it at that. Like I say, if you go in there and try and put every single bit in, it's not going to look good. Right, now then, let's mix dark green. I'm going to come back in here and just tidy some of that up a little bit. So let's mix a little dark green colour up. Lemon yellow. I've got that colour what I've just used for there is still on my brush what I mixed it with, and then I've just added lemon yellow to that because I'm looking for a sort of mucky green anyway, and then I'm going to add blue to that. Let's have a look. It's looking a bit not even quite mucky enough, so let's put even a bit more Bontumber into that. That's better. That's looking niceness. Right, I'll go back to my little tiny brush. All I'm going to do, keep headbutting this camera. All I'm going to do is come in here and just sort of tidy this up a bit. Like them posts there were a little bit long, I thought. So I'll just tidy them up a bit. Into there, look. Any bits that you think looks a bit too chunky, just sharpen the edges up on it a bit, it'll make it stand out more. I could cover that bit up in there, that little tiny, that's the thing from that. Shall I cover it up or shall I leave it? I'm going to leave it. Maybe there's a bit of green at the bottom of there. There we are. See how that's just tidied it up that little bit. Niceness. Then I think what I'm going to do now, come into that really dark colour. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this, I know that window's behind there, but shall I just try and put it in? Still have it in there. Yeah, there's a window there. Let's keep it in. So that's a window. That's lent towards blue. Right, there's a window here. So, in a way, that'll help. That window will help highlight the top of that fence. So that's that done. Right, let's lean this colour. Bontumber and ultramarine blue. I've lent that for the window. I've lent it towards the blue. Now for this, I'm leaning it towards the brown. Rickety old fence. Niceness. A dip of paint. The paint's running out. There. So that's that. Nah. Is that window still slightly wet? I'm going to get my hairdryer just in case that window there, what I've just done, still slightly wet. That should do. Don't need a lot. Right, let's get now. I need a much more watered down version of this ultramarine blue Bontumber. In fact, it's gone into some yellows just dripped into it. It's just sort of lightened it to more a light brown. Well, that's all right. That suits me fine. That does. It suits me fine because that'll suit this picture right. So there's a piece going through there. So let's take that bit. Piece going through there. Be a shadow under that roof. Bit there, bit there. That's all I've done is just sharpened it up that little bit by negative painting up to it. So you've got a bit of negative painting in there. So when I did that and that's called negative painting. So you've had a bit of counter change, a bit of negative painting. Bit of hard paint smoking. Smoking! Yeah. Respect. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you on beach.